All right, there we go. We're recording. Well, guys, welcome to Talkin Savage EP2. Your host, Daniel Savage, co-host Lucius.
What's up? What's up?
Guys, so as you see here, can you announce yourself, my friend?
Bernds Kopinski. I know that might be a little bit difficult for you guys, but you can just call me Ben.
So, Ben.
Yes.
I like Bernd.
I like Bernd.
Yeah, Bernd is fine. You know, Bernd is
Bernd
fine.
is fire.
I used to start. I used to study in California at the UCSB, and when I'm obviously German, right? And when I introduced myself with my German name, the Americans, they cannot pronounce my name, Bernd, right? So they were always making fun of me, saying like Bernd, like burn, fire, burn, ho ho ho. So I got sick of that at some point of time. I just said my name is Ben. So in the US, my name is Ben. Basically,
Ben.
It's easy for you guys to pronounce.
That's so weird. I don't know, bro. I think that shit's gangsta. Bernd.
No, we're from Miami, so we kind of understand that. Yeah.
But bro, I mean, so people laughed at you. Are they laughing now?
Not really, actually.
Not really. So guys, some people are probably thinking, who is this guy? And they're waiting. Guys, I want to introduce you guys to somebody in our industry that literally can call himself a GOAT.
Mhm.
Bernd over here, or Ben, has been featured on FTMO's leaderboard. He is the most consistent, highest paying, bro, record holding champion of FTMO. Guys, this guy is a legend in the trading industry. You know, I know a lot of you guys like to say I talk shit, and all these other players, you know, they want to be like, oh, Daniel's just a hater. Daniel's this, Daniel's that. Don't listen to me, guys. But at least we have somebody here that nobody in this industry can say, no, it's cap. This is the most valid trader in the history of our fucking generation that we will ever meet. Because I don't think anybody with his results, his verified FTMO certificates, nobody's got them. So don't listen to me. Fuck me. I'm just here to ask questions and talk and listen. And I got my brother taking notes for me. So guys,
No, thank you so much for the introduction, Daniel. I mean, obviously, you don't know me, I don't know you. We just got introduced to each other throughout
yes, I know, and
insane
it's
circumstances. And what I really appreciate about you is, as I said, I don't know you, but what I appreciate about you, you raised your voice, right? You didn't stay silent. You didn't stay silent. And I cannot say that about a lot of people in the industry. Everyone was not everyone, but a lot of them were silent. We will talk about what happened, obviously, but you raised your voice, and thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, let's go. So guys, I know a lot of people are gonna be like, raise your voice on what? So guys, this is what I raised my voice on. So some people will be completely sad because I know a few people like that literally traveled about 16 hours. I know like a few of them actually, who traveled 15, 16 hours to go to this FX summit, put their life savings online just to meet, you know, all these other traders that's hosted by this guy named chartaddcits. So chartaddcits is basically the guy who hosted the last two summits, which is, if you really think about it, FX Summit is our generation's most like historical trading event. There's no trading event bigger than this. You know, it doesn't exist. There's no other trading event where traders come together to know about it, right, other than this. Did you know there was a such thing as an FX Summit?
No, I didn't know about this. Look, I didn't know about any of these summits. I'm not following you. I'm not following any trader. Now I'm more exposed to social media, so I start following all these traders, but I didn't know about anything. I swear to God, like I didn't know this exists. You know, like I'm not a social media person, right?
Before you continue there, let me finish this part and then go there. So guys, he's not a social media person. He's not. He's just he doesn't even know what FX Summit is. You know what I'm saying? But like it's like discovering another piece of the ocean that we never knew existed. It's crazy. You know, it's like another world out there.
Right.
But yes, the host, Chart Addicts, his name is Roy. He's backed by every big trading influencer, and he was stealing Bernds payouts and putting and photoshopping his name on it.
Disrespectful.
And he got caught because of a QR code that was scanned and led back to Bernd. So is that literally what really drove you to social media? Well, it was, because I saw your first post that it was like, this is my first post and this is a scammer, and that was crazy.
I mean, this was my first tweet on Twitter. I never planned to go on Twitter, to be honest.
Dang, dude.
But I swear as well, I never planned to go on Twitter. I was just on Instagram a little bit here and there, posting some stories, you know, my trading successes here and there. But because somebody forwarded me that he started to talk shit on Twitter, having these bad excuses about what he did. And I was so angry that I thought, let's go on Twitter and let's just create that post, and it went viral. And I'm so glad it went viral and the people in the industry saw it.
Wow, dude. Yeah, for real, bro. Like, that's insane. Like, this guy literally was stealing his fucking payouts. And then, yo, like, insane. Like, it doesn't make sense. Why would you steal someone's payouts, claim them as yours? For what? What is the purpose of that? Are you trying to sell signals? Are you trying to sell a boot camp? Are you trying to sell, I'm pretty sure what it is. Some FX Summit seats for Dubai. And it's crazy because they're going to hold one in Dubai soon. And
I saw the date. I think in November only. So
I haven't checked.
I guess I assume I'm going to be blacklisted, but anyway, I'm not going to go there.
Yeah, right. You guys have enough money down there to make it. Hey, yeah, really? And the first day it comes in, shut it down. Oh, everybody's here. All right, everybody can go home. So, dude, like, honestly, you know, it's really a freaking honor to talk to you, because in our industry, bro, like, to get funded, like, you know, even $100,000 is crazy. And to make a 10% withdrawal is even more insane, you know? So, I mean, can you tell us a little bit more about like your funding and all that stuff?
Well, I only started with prop trading. It was mid 2022. Also, I'm a full-time trader since now more than a decade, more than 10 years.
Yeah, I saw that you have 10 years experience. That's crazy.
And it's not only 10 years. I have more than 10 years experience, but I'm trading literally full-time 10 years, providing for my family here in Dubai. So, and my whole career, I was trading stocks and futures, and only later on, 4 or 5 years ago, I went into the CFD market, Forex market as well. Prop trading, I only started in 2022.
Wait, I'm sorry. It's
I want to say something. Yes, yeah.
So, I mean, I see your setup in the background, and that shit is crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's my spaceship. It's my own spaceship.
I'm literally looking at those two massive monitors and that crazy rig you have behind there. But the only thing I see on those monitors is a recycling bin as the only app I can see there.
I like it to
Explain
have it
that to
clean.
me.
You know,
I'm a little high right now, and I want to know why.
No, I don't know. I just like to have everything clean, you know, like all the cable management, the folder structure. Like, I need to have everything clean, you know, in my office. So that's why
dude, yo,
it's the only thing that is there.
I'm gonna do the same shit, bro. I don't know. I kind of want to follow your steps. And don't keep going because I'm writing this thing down. So, I mean, you know, just to like ask, you know, it's Talkin Savage. We talk shit. How much did you spend on your setup? How much is your setup worth?
I have no freaking idea. I would say at least 10, 20, 30. Everything here. I have a laptop here, XPS here as well, another screen. Or I don't know, maybe between $20,000 and $40,000. I don't know.
What we need.
but I really don't know.
So basically, this guy, right, Chart Addicts, stole this guy's payouts, tried to live this fake ass lifestyle because Bernd is not a social media guy. He's a low key guy. But look at that. Imagine Daniel Savage has him on his show talking shit, Talkin Savage. Now, let me ask you something, Bernd. So clearly you've talked with Roy after when you told him. Did you confront him or did he come to you once it started going viral? Because that tweet went viral. That tweet went very, very viral.
Yes.
I kind of want to pull it up. I'm going to pull it up.
If I remember correctly, he sent me a message, a DM message on Instagram, but not really apologizing.
So over here, I mean, this is, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I see your screen.
This is your Twitter account, correct?
Yeah, that's my Twitter account. Yeah.
Oh my God, you're growing followers, dude. But yeah, see, this was there you go. Here we go. So this is your first post. So it's time for my first post and expose one of the worst scammers. And guys, as you can see here, it's pretty much Roy Dunya literally just stealing his payouts. And if you click on this QR code, it leads back to Bernd. And he posted that. Now look at this crazy ass. Oh my God, bro. Look at it. Yo, you know what to get? Like what? Our trader was listed 120 times on the FTMO leaderboard. Bro. Leaderboards. There's tens and tens of thousands of traders on FTMO. Do you know how many traders are on FTMO?
I have no idea. No.
So imagine FTMO is like the #1 prop firm in the world. Like that. This right here is literally like, this is a gold medal in the Olympics,
right?
And then it's like getting it 120 times.
He's Michael Phelps.
He's like Michael Phelps had Michael Phelps, and then a Messi. With like that's
trophies after trophies,
bro. This right here, I don't know. I look at this and I'm like, damn, like I haven't been motivated in a while. But you know, this is crazy. This is crazy, right? So I see over here as well, you know, slowly on another conquering another leaderboard. So over here you have a $400,000 funded account size, right?
On True Forex funds, yeah. I just recently end of September, I think I passed the $400,000 challenge, and I did actually a documentary on YouTube on my YouTube channel. How I recorded every single day how I trade,
insane.
what kind of
I gotta watch
strategy I
that.
follow.
Yeah, we gotta link your YouTube. You know, so
yeah,
I mean
that would be great. So if people can, you know,
what did he say to you? I want to know. I want to know now. I'm sorry.
Well, so yeah,
what did he say?
I cannot recall. He was the problem, right? The problem that I had is he was not really apologizing. I expected from him, you know,
ego. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, bro. He tries to act like he's the god of the industry,
and that's the problem. He's this narcissistic behavior, like the god complex that he has. He's not. He was just finding excuses, not really apologizing and downplaying, and this is what made me really angry, obviously, right? So he could have just publicly say, hey, I made this bad mistake, maybe currently my trading is not, I'm not doing very well, I feel all that pressure, and I made this stupid mistake. You know, it would have not made things a lot better. He would have still be a scammer, but at least maybe I would have been okay, quiet. You know, I would have been okay. He apologized publicly.
Ego destroys.
That's what you have. That's what you have to do. But what he did actually, he was attacking me. He was then attacking me. How can I take this, you know, out of proportions? Why don't you stop? You just want to gain followers. All this kind of shit. You know, I was like, what the fuck? You know, like he's attacking me now. He's not really apologizing, and
that motherfucker has balls.
And I'm the one who blowing this up, and I was so angry, and you know that's why I don't stop. I will make my own YouTube video about him. You know, that's why I don't stop. If this guy, his excuses, like the most ridiculous. I don't know if you read his excuses saying he did this, he got this screenshot from his team, and he did this only for aspirational purpose, and
It's no purpose.
like the biggest nonsense I've ever heard. Like literally, he made it even worse.
Oh, 100%.
And that's insane. That's just insane. It's something that I just cannot comprehend as a normal human being. You know, I cannot comprehend this kind of thinking, that kind of behavior.
I mean, he has a following, so he felt that if he has a following, providing this information with his name, it will boost his sales in every aspect.
Or
So,
following.
I think he took it more
Yeah,
as
and you know, the funny thing that he said, hey, it's not that bad. Nobody lost money because of this. But it's not the point, right?
integrity.
That's not the point. He creates that perception that he's the goat of trading, that he's like having a FTMO account. So people in the second step going to buy whatever he's going to offer, right? So that another excuse, he said, nobody lost money because of this, is such a dumb excuse as well. Like everything he said afterwards made it even worse.
Damn. So, I mean, can I ask you a question? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
please.
mean, maybe I don't know if it's personal or not, but like, how do you live the life that you live and not have an ego? Like, you seem such like a crazy humble guy. You're a quiet guy. You know, me, when I got out, I mean, I'm from Miami, so I guess it's kind of different. But when I kind of started getting a little bit of followers and clout, you know, I was just like some over leveraging lucky win streak trader that made a lot of money. And then I went viral, and then, you know, I just basically sold courses, you know, because it was a nice income. Everybody wanted to learn how I was like, how do you trade? You know, like I went on some crazy streaks. I changed a few things, and all I wanted to do was just be known. I wanted to be looked at. You know, I mean, you're clearly somebody that, you know, I talk to right now, and I mean, there's probably less than 5 traders that I ever looked at like, damn, this guy's the best trader. But then again, your results outperform them 10 times over. Actually, no, your results perform them over 120 times over. So it's like, I'm in the presence of an actual trading legend, you know, and how do you like not have such a big ego, bro?
Well, I think first of all, I think we all have egos because trading is an ego sport, right? It's like a lonely business. We all trade for ourselves at the end of the day, right? To make money. So we all have a little bit of an ego, I guess, when it comes to the markets. But I'm always trying also to stay humble because I know how it is when you're like overconfident with the market. And it's like almost when you're overconfident, the market knows that you're overconfident, and then the market slaps you in the face, right?
Okay,
That's why
yeah,
I'm
you know
always
what?
trying
You know,
to stay.
people said I was crazy when I would say that. You know, you saying that, I feel better.
Okay. That's
Guys,
why
you heard it
always
here
trying
first
to
from him. You heard it from him. Don't police me. Don't listen to me. Listen to him. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Everybody on
market knows.
Instagram, in the Miami community, in the Florida community, in the United States community, is not more valid than him. You know what I'm saying? So keep going. Sorry to interrupt you. I like showing you off a little bit because, you know,
I
in my
appreciate
industry,
that. You know, it feels good.
yeah. Like in my industry, like, bro, like I've always been super honest with people, and you know, I've lost a lot of partnerships. I mean, it affected a lot of money for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I used to make millions of dollars in a circle. You know what I'm saying? But then I didn't like how the circle was moving. The circle was stealing from people. The circle was scamming from people, and it was just like, I talked about it. I was like, yo, I can't be a part of this. And what they did was they started to attack me. They tried to, you know, kind of silence me. They did what like Andrew Tate did. You know, they shut him up, blackballed him. You know what I'm saying? They did all that. They were wiping out all my social medias. I couldn't talk anymore. And then, you know, I missed out on $1 million deals, you know, and it really, really affected the shit out of me. But me being like real, me being honest, and me trying to talk about that, and me like trying to just let people know, bro, like that's not right. You know, like what Roy did to you, what that did to you, look at that. It made you come out of your comfort zone and start talking about it. Like, hey, look, like, you know, you're not a social media guy. And for you to come out of your comfort zone, like that's crazy. You know, I think that's insane.
I really want to be clear here and stress that what he did, that's not a petty theft, right? It's by law a criminal act. It's just by law a criminal act. He was stealing copyright material, right? that is owned by a company. He forged the documents, he changed the dollar amount on it and put his name on it. Plus, he posted it on social media, pretending that's his and that it's real, and even showing off with it, right? And saying, like on his post, I will add another 0 to this, saying, hey, next year I'll make 600K, right? So that's
and then he gets
criminal
I
act.
hope Bernd makes more money.
That's a, sorry for my language, but that's a fucking criminal act. There's
Hell yeah, bro.
nothing
Say
to
it.
believe.
Say it again. Say it again. It's a fucking criminal act.
It's a criminal act, right? So imagine like metaphorically speaking, you have a bank employee, right? And this bank employee, he is faking or forging bank statements. What will happen to this bank employee? He will never ever
Be able to
work in a bank
again.
again. Yes, and it's the same thing. Only because it's social media, it doesn't. It's not different, right? So this guy, in my humble opinion, this guy should never be able to get out there and talk about trading ever again.
I agree with you. Guys, the most highest paying, consistent leaderboard record holding prop firm trader in the world just said that Chart Addict's Roy Dunya, for what he did to him, literally does not deserve to ever speak about trading ever again.
I mean, at the end of the day, he didn't necessarily do it to me. I kind of couldn't care less. He did this to his follower base, right? He did this to
the community.
He did this to his community. And I got so many messages, DMs saying, oh, I didn't expect this. He sounded legit. So many of that messages, right?
Sound legit, but it's marketing.
Yeah, it's all
clips. I mean, how does 30 seconds of clip determine a man's character? It doesn't. And you need time. You need a little background check. And a lot of people are not checking.
So again, I didn't know this guy. I don't know what he was doing before or what he did before. I basically, I kind of evaluate him based on this event. And this is, of course, a criminal act. So for me, he's a criminal, right? So
I mean,
one guy, he texted me. So most probably he texted me. I forgot his name. I have my mobile here. He texted me also some DMs. What was his name? You might know him. Bullseye, Ralph Garcia.
Yeah.
So he texted me. So he was also, because he started apparently all of this, because he was reposting his story because he found out that he was forging this document. So he posted this on his story and he told me a few insider details about this whole Miami group and the circle that he's in, and that he most probably has done something like this before. This is if someone has such a criminal energy, if someone
don't know what goes on
energy, imagine you don't only wake up in the middle of, you don't wake up the next day think, I'm taking a document and forging it, right? This is like criminal energy. You have that in you.
Mm-hmm. That's so facts. Like, you don't just wake up like that. Like, that's who you are.
Yeah, that's who you are. Exactly. That's your nature. That's who you are.
That was insane. That kind of woke me up a little bit, because it's like, damn, it's true. Like, you don't just wake up like that. Like, you are that.
I mean, he has 10 years of experience in trading.
More.
Well, yeah, more. But
how old are you, Bernds?
40.
You're 40 years old. You've been trading for more than 10 years. Full time. And not only that, you provide for your family through trading.
In Dubai.
So, I mean, realistically speaking, you don't know what really goes on in our industry. Our industry is marketing. It's marketing and trying to sell. Like, for example, there are people that are in Roy's circle that own brokerages and prop firms. And they're super rich and they're super famous because of all the money that they make with the prop firms selling the challenges and stuff like that. They buy all this luxury homes and cars and just toys. You know what I mean? And it blows them up. It makes them super famous. But they're not really traders. And you know, this guy is involved in a bunch of events, speaks for a bunch of people for these prop firms, and also I guess these big forex events. I mean, I only know about the summit, but he's been a part of many podcasts where he hosts them and talks about them. So I mean, you clearly said that, you know, I mean, it's true. You said it, not me, but he doesn't deserve to speak about trading ever.
Mhm.
You know, he's not a trader. He's a fraud.
Not in
and he's a
not in
criminal.
public, not in public at least.
Not in public, at least. Damn, dude. Yo, that's like, you're canceled. Like, you got canceled by the most valid trader in the world. You know, there's a whole other different world of traders out there, and you're starting to know about us.
Mhm.
You know, so we have these big names that we look up to. Are there big names that you look up to in this industry?
Well,
Or is
well, I
it,
don't.
are you just like your own empire? Are you like your own? Like you're your own leader, you're your own everything, you're your own
Yes,
like
so
culture.
I don't look up to anybody. That's why I don't follow traders. I don't watch trading content. I've never watched a single trading video on YouTube. Like, I swear to God, never did.
So you're
I'm
your
just-
own
I'm
trader
my-
and mentor.
I'm my
teacher,
own
and student.
trader. I'm my own trader. I don't need anybody to trade, right? And I don't need to follow anybody to trade. I don't need to watch anything to trade. I trade my own stuff.
So like, yeah, you're like your teacher and your student. You're your own person. You're you.
So you
You're
learn
not
through
focused about
experience.
anybody.
Did you learn through experience?
No. I had also my mentors, but they were like former floor traders from the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, New York Stock Exchange. One of them was the biggest market maker of natural gas futures, for instance. So I had my mentors as well, but they were like
You had
all
real
like
mentors.
old, but old guys, you know, old school floor trader guys. This is where I learned from. You know, I always like to say, back in the days where I learned trading, there was no like, this was not big on social media. There was no like YouTube stuff. You know, you had to like physically learn from people, like one-to-one and stuff like that. So it was a different environment. Now it's like flooded with information. Most of that stuff I just laugh about, you know, it's just ridiculous. But yeah, that's the problem of the industry, I guess. And I really hope that the industry doesn't forget. Like, it's usually when it comes to social media, Instagram, all these events, that when somebody did something bad, like Roy, after a few months, people forget.
Yeah,
and he
so
just continues the same way. But I hope
you
that
literally
people will
don't
not
want
forget.
him to ever make a video ever again. Basically, he doesn't.
And I think he doesn't deserve. Yes, of course
he's
not. How
canceled,
can
bro.
he's
Like, oh, man, and that's like, he like Bernd is judge, jury, and executioner of our trading industry.
no.
At least with his track record, he can say, that's insane.
Again, he could have just said, you know, publicly, I apologize for my wrongdoing. It was really bad. I
So
apologize.
what if he were to just say sorry now? Because clearly he's done. He's done.
Yeah.
That is what it is. I mean, he was very upset with me, but it's like, we're not even friends, my guy. Like, we're from the same country. We shared a cigar. We don't really talk. And you didn't let me go to the first event because I had problems with another guy no, actually he had problems with me. And it was like, oh no, Daniel can't come. Like, okay, I don't give a fuck. But it's not funny how karma works, right?
It's karma.
That's
Karma is a
karma
bitch.
works. That is freaking hilarious. So I mean, you're gonna get some, you're gonna get some attention, and this is probably most likely, it might go viral, probably might not. They're probably gonna stop it from trying to go viral, most likely. But do you see yourself continuing to be on social media? Are you liking it?
Yeah, of course. I'm growing my follower base as well. I'm on YouTube as well, having now 15K subscribers. So slowly, I only started March last year with YouTube. So yes, I'm now like exposing myself. I'm with on all the social media channels.
So I mean, realistically speaking, for my industry and our part, because you're just now finding it. When I say my industry, it's very different from a lot of things, because my industry is basically who has the most money and who is more valid in that trades. Like that's kind of what it really is. Like, oh, he has more cars, so whatever he says is more important than what you say. Like that's basically what it is. The one with the most toys claims he's the most valid here.
Right.
You know, whoever sells the most this, the most that, whoever has this and this and that, and you know, that's basically what our industry is known for over here. Like they don't really know about trading like that. All they know is, hey, the basics that are being taught by people with very, very expensive toys, nice luxury things. And now some people have never been successful because they teach garbage, you know, and I've seen a lot of garbage. So, I mean, let's say this is most likely going to happen. You're going to have hundreds of people contacting you, wanting to learn from you, you know, wanting to just get more knowledge from you, because it is true, bro. Like you have the results. They're proven. Everybody that trades, anybody that's ever used an MT4, anybody that's ever seen any candlestick, they know about FTMO. FTMO is the #1 biggest prop firm in the entire world. And for them to publicly certify you and verify you as their record-holding 120-time featured champion, basically, I'm gonna say champion, of their prop firm, I mean, you're gonna get some attention, brother. So I mean, what do you think? What do you plan to do?
No, I mean, you might not know about that, but we have, I'm also the founder of a licensed investment consultancy. So 4 years ago, we like as a team, my business partners, we established a licensed investment consultancy here in Dubai that is approved and regulated by the UAE government. So we are licensed to do what we do. And with our licensed investment consultancy, we offer trading education as well. So we started actually only doing it locally in Dubai, again, because it was basically word of mouth, when people just they knew me and then they were recommending me and stuff like this.
So if I wanted to learn from you, right?
Yes.
How much would I have to pay you?
Me personally, 1-to-1, oh, that's gonna be expensive.
Just throw it. I probably can't afford it, but you know, just let me know. What would it be?
No. We have now an academy in established. We have our own platform. We are even in the Apple Store, have our own app. But we have
well, to join the academy. To join the academy.
To join the academy. We offer lifetime. Everything that we offer is lifetime. I always say, so first of all, I always say trading education is not an event, right? It's always a process, meaning you cannot, when people say, well, become a profitable trader in my 7 days course, become a profitable trader in my 3 days course. That's always so scammy, because you cannot become a profitable trader in 7 days or 3 days, because trading is another profession like any other profession, right? Take a pilot, an engineer, like it takes time. Sometimes it takes years. People have to be really aware of this, that once they start trading, they basically start another profession, and this takes time, like any other profession. People think after 3 months, they give up because they don't see success yet. Guess what? Well, you will not become a pilot in 3 months. It doesn't work that way. You don't become a doctor in 3 months. So trading is the same thing like any other profession. So that's why what we offer is everything is lifetime. Once you're a student of the academy, you have access to everything. All my live trading sessions, I take the trades that I take in my prop trading accounts. You can basically copy. We have different mentors. They do live trading, all the course material, stuff like this. We have
this is a licensed and real fucking academy.
Yeah, it's licensed. It's a license. It's an investment consultancy. We use it.
That doesn't exist.
Yeah, I know. I guess. I don't know about.
How much is this academy?
It's so, to cut a long story short, so the lifetime membership that starts at $5,000.
Oh, so there's bigger packages.
Well, if you want to have one-to-one coaching, if you say like you want to have personalized coaching, personalized offer. Then of course it's because we have to pay the mentors that on a weekly base, monthly base, depending on how frequent you want one-to-one coaching on top, then of course it will be an increase in price. But if you want to have access to everything that we offer, it's 5K.
Okay, now that's a big investment compared to what is down here. But clearly, I mean, if anybody's gonna make the investment, then at least they know they're making the right investment because your results speak for themselves. So now, I've been in this trading industry of my kind of like part of the world on social media for 4 years. I was the fastest, biggest growing social media Forex influencer. Literally, I was one of the first verified traders on Instagram before the ticks, you could buy them for $14 a month. Like I literally was Andrew Tated. I had 175,000 followers. They deleted my account. It wasn't banned. It was deleted off the system. Like a bunch of like crazy shit started happening. Like they were just trying to silence me because I was kind of exposing a little bit about what's going on and fighting with people because I didn't like what they were doing and they were using me to use me as an image to hurt other people and take their money and fuck their money and this is not like with broker deals and stuff like that. And that's kind of what happened to me. I was kind of like somebody that was like, I stand up for the industry. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh my God, this was pretty insane. This was crazy. What the hell is this? Some people are they're not even going to know what to take with this knowledge. So, I mean, you basically just said it like, bro, like you're a licensed whole entire actual academy. You are literally a record holding leaderboard trader on FTMO. That's insane. So, I mean, you're literally the most valid person that can offer this. So now some people are most likely
I know that this is not for everyone, obviously. It's not for everyone, but people lose more money, trying to figure it out by themselves, and losing literally 5K in the market is nothing, right? Losing 5K, that's when it comes to the financial market, people only realize that they make mistakes when they feel the pain. What's the pain? If they lose money, right? And sometimes then it's just too late, right? People come to us, they said, oh, I lost already 20K, 30K, 40K. Now I cannot afford education anymore. Well, you could have thought about this, before you lose 20, 30, 40K, but that's the financial market. You only learn when you're in pain, right? So that's the problem.
Wow, that was good. You only learn when you're in pain. You should write that down. So now another question. Now, some people are probably going to be like in the comments section, we got a lot of trolls here where we're from.
That happens.
They're going to ask, why not use your own money if you're such a good trader? Why use prop firm money? That's what they're most likely going to say.
Well, that's very simple. So first of all, why did I start prop trading? Because, I wanted to be the needle in the haystack because I thought, hey, if I start prop trading and I get all these certificates, because the trading industry, as you already said, there's so much garbage, and there's so much scams. How can somebody really differentiate between a new trader, somebody who's completely new? How can somebody differentiate between what is real and what is not real, right? Because there's no licensing system. Everybody, like this Roy guy, can talk about trading and he sounds legit. That's a problem. But that's why we have now, and that's why I thought, hey, these prop firms, it's almost like a licensing system. It's like your driving license. The more certificates you have, the more legit you are. And that's why I initially started with
How many certificates do you have? How many certificates do you have?
Shit, too many.
I want to pull up here. Dang. Well, I saw on your Instagram that you had
the one that I'm most proud of, to be honest, is the one. So we all know that prop trading is B-book, right? So it's not even real money, right? So even FTMO is B-book. There's no like real A-book prop firm. But I'm trading for an A-book prop firm. So there I have like $1 million and A-book, like real funds that I'm trading. And I'm trading this account with them already for 1 year straight, consistent. So I didn't have any single losing month. And this is, there's a track record, and the $1 million account is even my FX book verified, like completely verified. All my trades are on record. And because I'm trading so successful with them, I'll get end of January, I get another million from them. So 2 million of A book
Equity
funds, which are real funds.
balance,
So
everything.
this is what I'm way more proud of this kind of achievement than FTMO, because FTMO, this is demo money, right? But these are 2 million of real funds, A book funds that I'm trading now, then already 1 year consistently profitable without any losing month. So I think
is it this one? Because this is $1 million.
Yes, that's the yes.
Yeah, there's one here for $1 million. That, like, bro, there's one here for $1 million. They're successfully passed. Like, he's passed.
And there's a lot of
things.
There are a lot of payouts from them as well. And this is,
yeah, like, look at this. Oh my God, 30,000 here, 20,000 here. So damn. Oh my God, no! Look at this. Another one over here. Another $1 million funded over here. Yo, how much capital are you like funded with all around?
So 3 million right now, and end of January 4 million.
That's nice.
Have you ever been rejected a payout? Like, oh no, like unrealistic results?
No, that's why I really select these. That's why I'm not doing like challenges on each and every prop firm. So I'm really selective when it comes to prop firm. I'm only using the big ones. And I got approached by a lot of prop firms, and they offer me, hey, can you make a YouTube video about us? Also maybe do these kind of challenge documentaries that I did, like for True Forex funds, where I documented every single day and how to pass a challenge. And they are like,
that's
and
on
one
your
of
YouTube,
these
right?
That's on my YouTube.
Okay,
and one of these prop firms,
below.
and one of these prop firms, they were like telling me, I was telling them, yes, I can do that. You have that $1 million challenge. I would like to do that for YouTube. That would go for sure viral if I do a $1 million challenge and document and record every single day. And they asked me, well, if you pass the challenge, do you expect a payout afterwards? I was like,
of course.
I was like, that's
why
the
would
only
I buy
reason
the
why
fucking challenge?
Why would I do a fucking challenge if I don't expect a payout afterwards? And then they said, oh, then we have to reevaluate. And then I never heard back from them, because they were scared that. And I get a lot of these responses and replies from prop firms when they first ask me, hey, can you do the same? And I say, hey, I'm not your 25-year-old YouTube trader. I'm actually gonna make money with your account. Is that okay for you? And then silence.
Yeah.
So now let me ask you a question, right? Wow, I'm definitely taking advantage of these questions because, you know, this is pretty big, you know? So what do you think, what would you give a struggling trader, not so consistent, but decently profitable, making it kind of like a month-to-month trader, you know, trying to just get bigger? I mean, what kind of tip would you give him when it came to, let's say, for example, the end of the month percentage? Do you like to go for a profit, like, oh, I want to make this amount of money to take care of my family and I don't need nothing else? Or do you like to make a certain percentage? Like, do you trade to make, like, I want to make 5% this month? Or do you trade to make a certain dollar amount?
No, I think that's
the 120 times you were featured on FTMO, every single time. Now,
I think
every account.
That's a wrong approach. I think that's a wrong approach.
When you traded it, what did you say? Like, what was in your mind when you get on your computer? Like, when you're about to take a trade, like, everybody that's successful in this world has a reason why, you know, like, your reason to get in this is the reason to that. We know it's your family, to take care of your family. You're passionate about trading, you know, but
trading is my life nowadays.
How do you maintain the status? How did you get to the status? like when it came to trading. Me, I mean, I'm happy just making more than $12,000 a month because my bills are 12,000. Anything else I make there is like play money, you know? Like tell us about that.
Well, what I'm trying to do, and as transparent as I can get here, I'm trying not to think about money, and I'm trying to be like only process focused. Once I start about thinking about money, and I get greedy or fearful, and I make stupid
Money will always
decisions.
follow.
When I'm chasing the dollars, you know, my trading sucks. But when I like kind of try to switch off the dollar amount and just think about the process, and I'm trying to think in R's, risk to reward. I risk one, whatever the one is it 10,000, 20,000, 30,000? So I risk one in order to make at least one or two in return, right? Risk to reward. So I don't think in dollar amount or percentage amount. I only think in risk to reward, right? At the end of the month or at the end. I don't even like.
I've been bullied for being a 1-to-1, 1-to-1.5 trader scalper. I've been bullied and laughed at by hundreds of thousands of traders, literally, because I am a 1-to-1, 1-to-1, 1-to-1.5. I'm a scalper. That's what I like to go for. I like to go to 1-to-5, 1-to-1, 1-to-1.5. Sometimes two if I'm lucky.
Yes.
But that's how I trade. Now, is that kind of like how you trade? Are you a scalper? You're a scalper, correct?
No, I'm not a scalper.
You're not
I'm
a scalper?
swing trader.
Oh, okay, cool.
No. Because
I mean,
scalping, look, imagine scalping is hard to scale, right? I mean, taking maybe a couple of $100 of risk with scalping is okay. Maybe it's a couple of thousands is okay. But if you manage $3 million, right? And 1% is $30,000, right? I cannot go to a 1-minute chart or 5-minute chart and take $30,000 of risk. I just go to the restroom, right? Go to pee, and I lost $30,000. It's nobody can cope with that mentally, right? So that's why my approach is more like swing trading. So I can take this amount of risk, 1%, 1.5%, $30,000, $40,000 risk per trade on a daily chart, and this is something that is digestible, right? When it comes to these huge sums, so that's why scalping is not scalable to that extent, I would say.
Yeah, and you know it's crazy because at one point in my life, I had a very big account, right? I had a very, very massive account, and it was very hard to scale it up without, you know, because I would take these big wins, but I would take these hits, and I would take these hits, and I'm like, damn, it's kind of, I feel stuck. You know, the biggest lot size I've ever thrown was 100 lots, but I literally for 2 years in a row I was stuck at a 50 lot. But I was throwing 50 lots on $250,000 to $500,000 accounts, right? So, but yeah, you know, the trades that I felt kind of comfortable with for those little swing trades that I'd left, you know. So like, do you think, realistically speaking, if anybody were to manage more than at least $1 to $2 million, the only way they're going to consistently make it is to be a swing trader?
Yes. Clear yes.
Clear answer. Yes.
That you didn't even think about it. So do you think, like, for example, like me, like, I don't know, I like really woke up right now. You know, so if I were to manage, I've never managed more than $1 million. I mean, I've had $1 million account one time, but I bled most of it. I'll be real. Some people won't even talk about that. You know, like some people wouldn't even talk about that. Like I bled most of that money, and you know, I got scared, and I was like, man, I got like 400,000. Like I blew 600 grand. I never really told anybody that. But we're you know, you told us some things, and I want to say something. Yeah, I scaled up to $1 million, and I blew 600, and it was kind of like devastating for me. And I just withdrew the other 400, and I put it in my bank account. And I kind of went like on a 6-month, like, you know, psychological struggle. It took me 6 months to kind of get back out there and start trading real again. But I tried to get involved with prop firms after that, because it was kind of like a nasty hit, and you know, it was very psychologically damaging. You know, I cried. I was like, man, what happened? I felt like, damn, like, is this really what I want to do for the rest of my life? Like, I don't want to ever go through this. Like, you know, I had an ego problem, and it was like, oh man, that was insane. But you know, I'm kind of glad that you said that, like, because you know, it's very valid coming from you, because again, I've been a scalper most of my career. And you know, you telling me like, oh no, like you cannot last being a scalper, especially when it comes to big capital. And I'm like, you know what? It's true, because I've been, I don't know, for the last 6 months, I'm like, I want to kind of change my style. I want to change my trading style. I want to be an intraday swing trader. That's what I want to do. I feel happy when I look at the 1 hour charts, the 4 hour charts, you know, but sometimes I get like really nervous when I look at the 5 minute, the 15 minutes. I like taking my entries on the 5 minute, but you know, so your time frames, like what do you look mostly, the daily, the weekly?
Well, multiple time frame analysis, so monthly, weekly, daily. Execution time frame is daily time frame. Execution is all. Execution, where I place my set, my entry, my stop loss, my target, is always daily.
You like to go like daily flips, daily candle closes, you know, daily wick fills, like, you know, like maybe just like maybe
No.
one more little detail there, not too much.
Yeah,
you have your academy, you know, we got to respect that.
I developed my own strategy where I call it a 2-step process. So I look, step 1 is we developed our own proprietary indicators, and they're developed by us and we own them. So these are fundamental indicators that we can make objective on the charts. We can display fundamentals on the chart very objectively. And this is the step, and this is step 1.
And that's in the academy.
Yeah, you get access to the same indicators tools. Yes. And look, that's step number 1. So this is what makes you bias. So let's assume I'm looking at the US 30, right? The Dow Jones. So I'm looking at these indicators. So and then I can tell whether I'm going to be bullish, bearish, or neutral. If I'm neutral, I'm going to stay away from that market. But if I'm bullish or bearish, then I go to step 2, which is market timing. Because at the end of the day, what is a big misconception is that price drives price. Drive cannot drive itself. Fundamentals drive price. But then fundamentals are lacking in terms of market timing. Timing, you need to be precise to place your entry, your stop loss, your target. Then you go into technicals. And this is my step 2 of the process. Then I like supply and demand. I look to sprinkle in a little bit of price action, but this is the timing after I'm fundamentally biased, bullish or bearish. And this is there you can get really, really accurate.
Wow, dude, that was insane. That was
nice.
that was
well put.
Yeah, no, that was like, I've never heard that one before. Yeah, I haven't heard that one before. Now,
it's very unique. It's a very unique approach.
Again, I like to say that because I'm a realistic person. You know, now, have you ever hosted an event? Have you ever done that? Would you ever think about hosting an event? I mean, these events, right?
I would love to host an event, but I've never done this because
again, hey, you're gonna do it with me. We're gonna do the event. We're doing the event. Oh man, people are gonna steal you from me. Damn it. So look at this, right? Now, these, like, let's say FX Summit events, you know, did you kind of look at maybe a video of it, what it's like about?
No, not really.
They rent out this humongous space.
Yeah.
Wait, you continue. Sorry, you're the boss.
No, I was just like, when some of that stuff is so cringe to me, so I cannot even look at this, you know, I have to say that.
Okay, so I mean, so these events, they get these like big places, they rent them out, and they fit like 1,000 people in there. And these 1,000 people pay anywhere from $500 to $5,000, depending on their seat to be there. So these events, they make $500,000 plus at these events, right? So that's why they like to host it. You know, they make more than $500,000, and it gives a lot of promotion to, like, let's say people who own their own brokerages, people who own their own prop firms, and you know, they kind of like sponsor it through that. Like, oh, this prop firm sponsored this huge event, so a lot of people only kind of know about that prop firm, you know. So I mean, would you ever come to Miami and do an event?
Well, why not? Of course, we can definitely plan this. So
because I know for a fact I know for a fact, with the right marketing and with your results, well, me as the marketer, of course, with you as the actual person that's going to be speaking at this event, because I've never met a trader like you. And let me tell you, I'm like, just like any other person. Like if you're gonna do an event, if you're gonna talk somewhere, and we get to meet you, I want to meet you. You're literally a celebrity in the industry, and you don't even know it.
Right.
So the fact is, Bernd, you with me?
I'm with you, yes.
The fact is, you have enough, you have the results, you have the proof, the certificates to be the most influential, most powerful person in our industry. How do you feel about that? And you didn't even know about that, and you just think you're a regular guy. It's like
Yes,
discovering
look,
more
and
of the
this is-
ocean.
And this is stuff that is really not, for me, you know, you're only as good as your previous month or your previous day, right? When it comes to trading.
The savage.
I really don't think about that stuff. It's nice to have all these compliments. I really enjoy, everyone enjoys that, right? That's good for our ego, right? I mean, but for me, it's like I need to stay, you know, I need to stay profitable at the end of the day, right? This is so important to me because my family depends on it, our students depend on it, the business depends on it, everyone depends on that I, you know, continue to perform. So that's why I'm trying to stay very grounded, very humble, very, you know, as focused as I can get. But everything on top is like the cherry on the cake. I'm happy to take it, but it's not necessary.
How many trades a month do you take, brother?
I would say on average, it's hard. It depends what the market gives you.
Like
There's no really average, but yeah, maybe 1 per week, 2 per week maximum. So yes.
Wow, dude. So yeah, less is more, of course.
Right.
Less is quality over quantity, always. Especially in trading, you cannot get so many nice setups, right? That is high quality. It's impossible.
Wow. So, you know, I don't want to take most of your time because I know you're in Dubai and it's getting late for you. I know you want to get there.
It's fine. I'm enjoying the conversation, man, guys. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. So, I mean, dude, like, bro, you have no idea. Like, for you to say what you said, I know it's going to change many, many lives. And I know for a fact you've already changed a few of them because with your results, your certificates, your verification, literally your status, it's impossible that you didn't change at least almost everybody's life that gave you the actual investment of their time. And, you know, like, hey, I'm going to give this my all and boom, you know, I mean, do you have any like, maybe any tips to people that, you know, are just starting to get involved into trading? You know, like, do you have anything to tell them? Like, because there's really no good guidance out here. I mean, I've tried to guide people, but I've only had such successful people. But then again, it's like everybody kind of fails and it kind of like demotivates me, like to even want to keep teaching these people, because it's like when I do great marketing and I make some money with like selling shit, you know, my trading is not the best. But when I don't sell shit, like my trading is really good, like, you know? So it's like you're either a marketer or you're either a trader, literally.
Yeah, I get you.
You can't be good at really both sometimes because then, you know, you can be, but
no, you need
you
need a team.
your results
You need a
really
team for
there?
it. You cannot do everything. You cannot be an expert in everything, right? I'm the worst in market myself, right? I don't know anything about social media, right?
Like
So
literally, like your first post on Twitter went viral because of who you are.
well, it's also because all the support that I got, all the people who felt like that this has to be shared. Of course, you got
all
right?
the support. You're the most valid prop firm trader. And everybody right now is like, oh, prop firm. Me, I just been trading with brokerages. You know, I don't know. I just the thing with the prop firm is, I don't know, bro, like, because I'm a scalper and I don't like to feel like I have a boss. You know, like I have to follow all these rules and all this and that. But then again, that's my ego telling me, you know, like this, like me and you talking, like this is amazing because this is like free. You know, like there are people that'll pay thousands and thousands just to speak to you on this level. You know, believe it or not. I know you don't know about social media like that, but there are people that have paid me thousands just to speak to me and talk to me and pick my brain. You know, because I have a lot of knowledge up here, you know, with just a lot of bullshit. And I say bullshit because compared to what you've told me, it's like, wow, dude, like I'm garbage. Like, but you know, I'm not really garbage, but just not at your level. But it's like, damn, like I still have a long way to go. You know, do you feel like you've reached your peak? Do you feel like you've reached your prime? Do you think you're in your prime, or do you think you reached your peak at, you know, your level of trading? Like, when do you feel like you'll
Well,
be satisfied? Do you think you'll ever stop? You've been trading for more than 10
no,
years.
no. So one of my mentors, he's above 80 and he's still like teaching once in a while. So I want to trade until the rest of my life, and we can do this right until we can press the button and we work kind of normal in our mind. We can trade, and this is what I want to do, pursue trading for the rest of my life because I'm passionate about that. But when it comes to, I would say when it comes to skill building, I'm at the peak of skill. But the problem is, right, when it comes to trading, since we always want to scale further from 3 million to 4 million, from 4 million to 5 million, from 5 million to 10 million, it's always more risk exposure. More risk exposure means you have to get used to that risk because it's mentally, again, very challenging to get used to more risk.
Yeah,
Right?
like,
So you
well, that's
might,
what what I mentioned earlier, like when I had my big account. This was in 2021, 2022. Dude, like I was stuck on 50 lots for 2 years. I couldn't do more.
yeah.
I would get scared, or I would just lose, or you know, I would, you know, literally eat through my fingernails. Like, I don't know, like I just couldn't. Like I suffered from anxiety, you know, depression, and a bunch of shit, you know. I come from a very broken home. So, you know, somebody that come from the past that I come from, like there's nobody in this world that can live what I lived and be normal. You know, you know, I've been through a lot of damage. I've known hurt. And, you know, it's very hard for me sometimes to even trust myself. I mean, lately I have, you know, I feel like I've been just, wow, I feel like I'm emotionally stable. You know, I've got a very, you know, I'm loving where I'm at right now, like in my mental state. And it's really done a lot for me, you know, but a lot of people, you know, at one point in my life and a lot of people's life too, because, you know, I get a lot of messages a day. You know, I have, you know, almost 10,000 people that see my stories every day. And I'm like a comedian sometimes when it comes to trading. So I get hundreds and hundreds of messages a week. And I've seen over, you know, maybe probably 5,000 messages in my last 4 years of being on Instagram of people just like not in a great state of mind, not in a happy home, you know, just,
Yes.
you know, they have 2 jobs, they don't have enough time for trading, but, you know, they're trying to make it in trading. You know, people that just don't have a great household, they have a broken home, or just gone through a lot of shit, or don't, you know, just doesn't have enough money for trading. I mean, what could you tell them, bro?
That's a big problem, I feel, and I don't have a solution for that because the more financially challenged you are, the more
You
difficult I think
say it, Bernd. The more
the
broke you
more
are.
the more difficult it is to become a profitable trader, because then, you know, you will always, if you're financially challenged, if you're living from paycheck to paycheck, you're so money centered, you're so money focused, and it's not about bad person, good person. It's might not be their fault. It's but just their circumstances.
Right.
But then I feel like trading is not for them because they are so money focused, that they are so greedy, and they're like running after the money. And if you're like really in that kind of place right now, mental place, you will make so many mistakes because of money and trading that
100%.
you might
Yeah,
gonna
you'll be
lose even
blinded.
more.
You'll be blinded by the
Yeah.
actual idea of what trading is. Like, what
Yeah.
is trading to you? Trading is like sport, basically, correct?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, trading is like, trading is like sport. I mean, I'm following a process. It's always the same process.
The two-step
But
process.
I'm two-step process again. Yes, exactly. And I'm trying to follow that process every single day, and I'm just trying to, you know, remove the money equation and try to be as good as possible when it comes to my KPIs, right? My key performance indicators, my risk to reward ratio in conjunction with my win-loss ratio, and the money is just a result of these two KPIs. If these two KPIs are green, the money will follow anyway. It's just like, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. All right. So I'm trying to,
prophecy that this
No,
will
100%.
follow.
100%.
Damn.
and you have to focus on these two KPIs, and then money will follow. That's just the result of being consistent, right? And again, if you're financially challenged, it's hard to get the focus on that process-based versus money-based, right? That's a problem I don't have a proper solution for, to be honest.
So do you think people who actually have, the time and the money, those are the people who actually have the silver spoon in order to make it in the industry?
They have it easier. They have it
Yeah.
easier.
So yeah, I mean, you guys heard it here first. I mean, if you guys are just starting to get into trading, you guys have to be realistic with yourselves, because
100%.
again, if you're financially challenged and you have a lot of things going on in your life,
Right.
then you will be making a lot more mistakes than good mistakes. And those mistakes, coming from you, I mean, do you think they'll learn from them?
It's all
That's
personal.
very circumstantial, right? Depends from
Yeah,
person
unless
to
no,
person,
well,
but
probably not, but you learn with pain, so
you learn with pain. Yes.
we wrote that down. So I
Yeah.
mean, dude, I mean, you got 3 million funded right now, about to be 4 at the end of January. Like, when does it stop?
I hope it will never stop, right? So,
Wow.
so this guy, so
That's what I wanted to hear.
Till the wheels fall off.
That's that right there is a clip right there.
I don't have exact goals for myself, but I want to always get more and more and more. This is like that's what motivates me personally, right? It's like I'm a competitive person, right? I did sports when I was all my life.
Yeah, you're built, brother.
Sports.
Yeah, you don't look 40, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
So I mean,
So
all right, so some people are gonna want to know, because remember, we're from a generation of traders that
Right.
we're motivated by the nice toys, the nice cars. Is there
I
any
get this.
nice little luxuries that you kind of like say, hey, look, wife, hey, look, kids, you guys are taken care of. Now I want to take care of myself.
Exactly.
Like, what do you like? You're a family man. We've seen you in some of your pictures. You put your family first, and you're a great guy, a family man. And is there any things that you like to treat yourself to? Like, hey, look, I deserve this for me. Do you think
For
like
me
that?
No,
You don't
no,
put
really,
yourself
I
first
have
sometimes. They're like, I want to buy a nice car today.
No, I have really, literally, I have everything that I need. What I'm just doing right now, I'm building a nice small beach villa at a small island called Koh Samui. This is close to Thailand. We're building their beach villa, exactly at the beachfront. And
wow. So
I pay this.
People in our industry are literally motivated by somebody buying a new Ferrari or a hypercar. And you're over here like, oh, like I don't really do things much for me, but I'm just gonna build a nice beach villa in Thailand.
And this is for my family.
Definitely different here.
Mm-hmm.
And this is for my family,
So is that like
that's
keep going? Sorry, I'm
excited. We're building this from the scratch. We started this last year. It will be hopefully done by summer this year. So it's something that things that I always want. Like there's nobody around me. I like my peace, and I can trade from there. I just very peaceful, and this is stuff that I'm focused on, right? And this
so
is,
you don't really focus on nothing materialistic. You're not a materialistic guy at all.
Well, no, I'm wearing my Apple Watch. I'm happy with that, and I'm more like you see. I'm tech savvy. I love tech. Love tech. I'm spending money on my.
Yeah, I saw those monitors, and I was like,
so this is stuff.
Not one,
this
two.
This is stuff that I like, but it's everything is family first, as you said. That's really important.
Damn, that's insane. Like a lot of people, they get in the industry because they want to make money to buy the cars and to buy the nice clothes and to get all the chicks. I'll be real, that's what I did it for. But that's just the misconception of of the actual reality of being a trader.
Right.
That's insane, dude. Like, bro, like
it's a long goal. It's something that you see yourself doing for.
Yeah, like I don't know.
All
like
his mentors are 80 years old, so it's
yeah, like
we're talking about times.
Wow, that's insane. So I
Those are
mean,
real goals.
I've learned a lot here. Like I'm kind of shocked. I mean, I've cut you off a few times because like I don't know how else to react. Like it's like I want to ask you questions because again, there's nobody in our industry right now with your results that is like literally speaking or giving tips.
And they need it.
Yeah, and people need this. Like I needed this. And for me with my ego to be like, oh, this was life-changing. I think this was insanely life-changing to me.
And
And there's a lot of people out there that don't have my luxury of like, let's say, being able to reach out. I don't like, some people are just like are me, but just not social media. They don't have a presence, they don't have a voice. I'm a very powerful influencer where I'm from. And it just might not look like that, but they've deleted all my social medias. I'm just restarting to get back on social media, and they've done everything for me not to grow, because when I speak, it gets bad. So I mean, if you had any tips, like if you had any tips for people right now that are like, now after seeing everything that you just told them, that are just done, tired of being broke. There's probably going to be a bunch of people that say, if I get the financing for this, do you think I should pull the trigger? Because I'd be real, I'm about to just run to my credit card on your program right now.
look, and this is really, we always do a pre-evaluation, because what I don't want is people like that, they break their bank account to start trading. Again, this is the wrong approach. This is just the wrong approach, right? Don't get even more broke to just in general, the idea that people getting into more debt to start trading or to buy trading education. I think that's the wrong approach, and I don't want that. So people have to take it really slow, and only once they have the money, then they can do that. But if they don't have the money, don't get into more debt. I think that's just in general a stupid idea when it comes to trading education.
Wow, dude, insane. Well, my brother, I mean, honestly, it's been such a freaking pleasure to speak to you, bro. I mean,
no, I appreciate it. You again, thank you so much for raising your voice and to be like vocal about what happened. I really appreciate it.
Okay, so I mean, you're clearly a man of your word, right? So after this, I promise you, there's going to be a lot of other people that are like me, but with more followers, that have brokerages, that have prop firms, that, that don't really have, they're like people that work with Roy, for example, right? Most of them are going to try to contact you. Some might even offer to pay you to speak or this and that. But I don't know. I mean, what do you think? I mean, can I get your word that we do another question and answer?
Yeah, 100%. Why not?
Before you go with anybody else?
We can do whatever. Yeah, of course. I mean, let's do another Q&A. Let's do another session. If this video is gonna be really nicely performing on YouTube, why not? I mean, I'm gonna be super happy to talk to you guys.
We'll do this. I'm gonna do a list. I'm gonna do like a wait list. I'm gonna try to get a wait list for people to sign up and register on this wait list, where we can do a Q&A, questions and answers from other traders, to maybe ask you. Maybe we get like 1 hour of your time. We know you're super busy, and would you be down to that? Would you be down to do that?
100%.
I think you
yeah,
can
100%.
so many people's lives, bro, by just these small tips that
Right.
like, bro, we've been writing down, bro. Like this is like our second page. Like your tips have been super life-changing to even me. Like, I don't know, bro. I think I want to show you off, man. Like this industry is all it's known as garbage. It's a very disgusting industry. And I've tried to step up as much as I can, but I've not been able to make a big impact. Like, I think that you could make a crazy impact. This industry is so brainwashed by people like Roy. And if you think Roy Chart Addicts is bad, he's a pawn.
Exactly.
He's literally a pawn.
Exactly.
And then there's actual knights. And there's bishops, and then there's kings. I don't really know about queens, but you know, and then you have the king's king. You know, it's like a whole Illuminati here.
Yeah.
Roy, imagine Roy got you out. I think you could save our industry, brother, and I'd love to be a part of that.
Let's see where this goes, but yeah, it's yeah, I'm glad that I'm not so much into that bubble. Like,
You're
you
so
know,
lucky.
for me,
So
it's
lucky.
So lucky. My goodness.
that yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
well, bro, I mean, we'll be talking on WhatsApp. Is there anything that you
100%.
want to tell the people before we end it? I don't mind. I'm here. I'm having the
No,
time of
I
my
think
life
you know.
here.
I think we talked so much. I mean, it's was really my pleasure. I mean, I really enjoyed this. I didn't expect that I'd enjoy this chat so much, but it was really great to talk to both of you guys. Yeah, we're gonna do this again 100%. So
Wow, man, you have no idea. Like, this is like my heart right now is super happy. Like, I've been so demotivated by the industry. I was literally about to stop trading and get into another industry because I do have a lot of like e-commerce friends and stuff that make a lot of money, and you know they're willing to give me a bunch of stores just to get me like, you know, eating and stuff like that, and to like, you know, kind of get into that world. You know, like at the end of the day, like if I ever need help, I can literally just call 3 people and I'll have $1 million like this. You know, probably more. But I like to do everything on my own. I like to do this, but like I don't know, man. Like I haven't been motivated like this right now in a very long time, bro. You know, like I've literally suffered in silence for the last 2 years because of how like discouraging this industry has made me feel. You know, all I've ever wanted to do was inspire and motivate people. I've never faked a payout. I've never faked anything. You know, I've always been the one to just laugh at people like, oh, look what the fuck you're doing. You know what I mean? And it bothers me because I've given everything to this industry. I've lost everything to this industry. You know, I've gained a lot. I've lost a lot, you know, and mostly just my time and, you know, my feelings and, you know, I put my heart into something. And, you know, my heart got broken many, many times in this industry. And you definitely motivated me enough to fucking just, you know, bro, like I got to start making a change. You know, I got to start looking things different. I got to approach different, you know?
Got to bring out the real traders out. You know?
Exactly. So, man, I hope, you know, if this video gets a lot of traction, we got some very nice views, some very nice comments, then yeah, guys, we'll definitely set up something where, you know, I can host Bernd and he can, you know, talk with you guys. You know, would you like to do that? Would you like to do maybe like a free Q&A, or would you like to do like a charity event? What would you like to do? I don't know, whatever you like.
I don't have.
We'll talk about that on WhatsApp.
Yeah, we talk about this another time. I have nothing in my mind, to be honest. We will, yeah.
Anyways, Bernd, it's been a pleasure. I'm gonna stop the recording here again. I think you want to say before anything?
Thank you guys so much for the chat. I really appreciate it.
Well, guys, you heard it here on Talkin Savage. The actual trading insight. I mean, have you ever talked before? Beyond this, sorry, just one last thing. Have you ever talked about like what we talked about ever before? Like this?
Yes, a few times.
Like behind camera and stuff like that.
Well, not so much in detail, I guess.
So do you think our video has some, you know, maybe our video is a little special than most?
It's definitely special. Yes.
Yeah, there you have it, gang. From the #1 prop firm record holding trader in the world. Only here on Talkin Savage.